All right, let's try this again. Hello, hello. Is this any better? What's up, guys? What's up? Of course, technical difficulties. Loud and clear. Seems better so far. Okay, so I switched to the house network. Hopefully this is better. Thank you guys for it's always got to be something when you're live. Dang it. I don't know how Chad Austin does this, honestly. This is never fails. Thank you guys for tuning in to the second attempt.
Is it better?
They're saying seems better. Need to get you a dedicated line out there. I know, seriously. Hey, I got like a 300-foot Ethernet cable. Maybe I just need to hook that up next time. And that's because Corey told me I needed it. So yeah, I don't know where what was the last question? The automotive industry. Oh, so I guess to go back, sorry about all this or whatever, guys. But anyway, the automotive industry, me and the live streams, man, I swear to God, PJ. Anyway, so yeah, so think about it. I mean, so 14 or 16 years ago when I started Flat Rate, I was a lot younger, and man, I just loved banging out work and hanging struts and brakes and shocks and timing belts and all that crap. I mean, I really did, and I could turn some hours. What's up, Steve? But that being said, as you get older, I still enjoy that? Not as much. I like more of the challenging vehicles. I like to focus solely on drivability. But since, focusing just on drivability, man, my pay went from pretty decent to, a big hit. Big hit. And, that's just, that's unfortunate. It shouldn't be that way.
It's unfortunate because obviously from the other side's perspective, like he self-educates and then also goes to a million classes and is really passionate about his job. And unfortunately, it's like the more passionate you are, you really enjoy what you're doing or want to learn the next skill up, you're taking a pay cut.
Yeah.
So, and that's not every situation. That's Cody's situation.
It was my situation. Part of that was being Flat Rate and stuff. Now, I honestly think that if you're going to focus solely on drivability, like
you need to find a shop that will respect that, encourage that, promote that, and just have your back.
Yeah.
Because I think that is the issue with Cody is he kind of, he stuck with the shop for years and years and years and was loyal to that shop and then felt like he had to, jump shops to find a shop that would encourage him and have his back and really, really promote what he wanted to do. Not even promote, but just have his back on what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And he wasn't finding that. And with that, he was building resentment. And there just was not going to be a shop that unfortunately was going to meet his expectations.
See, yeah, and that was it. And Steve Anderson, the more you know, the less you make. Everyone has a role to play in the industry. Yes, absolutely. And I'm not discrediting the R&R guys. Like that was me for years and years and years. But I found just a lot more enjoyment out of the hard drivability situations. I really tried to focus on that. And, every year it seemed like it was just less and less. I know Hans Jorgensen, he just recently went to Flat Rate and he said that he made double the money of what he normally makes from doing drivability. It's like, man, that's crap. Honestly, I mean, you're doing the hardest stuff as far as the drivability, the tools, the equipment. I don't know how many shops I go into and they have one scan tool. I mean, how are you, everything else is up to the technician. So what does that mean? I mean, all that up there, scan tool, really? I mean, it's thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of equipment, for the scan tools, let alone like timing kits to, just the special service tools and stuff. If you want to be able to do the job, I was at a shop, I had to pay for it.
But
So,
that's just it. I think that's the biggest thing, is how many shops are willing to invest. Probably not very many.
well, and that's just it. And not many shops are willing to invest. The last shop that I went to, and I understand there's a return on investment. Well, my return on investment being at a shop and going from the shop that I was previously at, where I was still making good money, and doing drivability and stuff, I could still turn my hours and make a decent living and stuff. Then I ended up switching shops with hopes that it was going to be a better opportunity and more room for growth. And, everything that they pretty much told me was just, it wasn't held up.
Yeah.
And that's
empty promises.
Empty promises. And you know what? Every shop has those empty promises, is how I feel. And, I've been to a couple shops, and they just, man, they'll tell you anything to get you through the door. And I even signed a contract on this last shop of like, we'll do meetings once a month, sit down and what does the shop need and everything else. That happened 4 months, and then there was no more meetings. So, this paperwork that I filled out and everything else, they wanted me to come in and bring them up to speed and make them, a top shop and everything. And, they don't want to make investments. They don't want to invest into the ADOS systems. They don't want to invest in other scan tools. They don't want. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. So
I think the truth is this industry can be discouraging at times. And if you can find a shop that encourages you, that's the biggest thing. And I think that's, unfortunately, just from what I've seen, I'm just, his partner seeing what I've seen. It's going to be hard to find shops that really encourage you to want to go farther. But if you find it, stick with it.
Yeah.
That is the biggest thing. If you can find somebody that respects you and encourages you, you are winning.
Yeah. And that's 100%. I mean, Sabrina's been here by my side, and she's been my rock and everything else. And the fact that I have her support to go mobile is, the main reason why I'm doing this. If I didn't have her support, I wouldn't be considering this.
But Cody's also exhausted all measures. He's tried shops. He's, done this, that, and the other. And the truth is he's now ready. He's ready to do this. And again, a year ago, I wasn't super supportive. A year later, I am supportive. I know how much, value he has to shops, to individuals, whatever it may be. And it's time for him to persevere.
Yeah. Drew, it's Cody's Auto Diagnostics and Programming, LLC. That's the name of my business. It took me a while to think of that. So, yeah. It's pretty creative. People are getting pissed at how to write the checks. I'll tell you that. I had to figure that out. One lucky man to have the support at home. Kevin, absolutely, buddy.
I won't sit here and act like I'm perfect. I've hated his job. We've been together 8 years. In those 8 years, there's been times that his job has made me hate him, has made me hate the shops, everything else. But at the end of the day, obviously, I love him a lot. I encourage him as much as I, can. There's times I'm frustrated, but I know what he, what value he can add and how much he self-educates and just how much knowledge he has in this big old head of his. He has a lot to offer, and wow. That I support, that I encourage, and I encourage his happiness, and that's the biggest thing. And the shops just weren't bringing him happiness.
So the shop I was originally at for 14 years, when we got together, I was honestly working. I mean, there was times I was going in to work at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning because I was chasing that rabbit. I was trying to, every year I wanted to beat what I made last year or the previous year. And that's flat rate. That was a game I played with myself. So if I knew I had 40 something hours sitting at work on a Saturday, man, I'd go in at 5 o'clock in the morning. I would stay till 8 to 10 o'clock at night. So man, it pushed her hard.
I was happy to have my Sundays, but now I'm happy to have some other days.
So yeah, and that being said, I mean, another reason I went to this other shop was having weekends off. Well, in order to have weekends off, it was 2 hour commute every single day, and man, that plays a toll on itself and everything too. So, man, it just wasn't working. Not meaning it wasn't working for us. She really adapted and everything, and she's been awesome. But yeah, I'm frustrated with the automotive industry in a certain aspect.
But you're turning your frustrations into something positive.
Yeah, and that's how I view it. And if I didn't move to this other shop and realize that pretty much all shops are kind of one and the same, as far as, I shouldn't say that, because there's a lot of great shops, and if you do find that shop, stick with them, be loyal to them. Just don't be loyal to the shops that you feel are taking advantage of you. I guess is what I want to say. If you feel you're getting taken advantage of, do something about it. Yep. And that's kind of where I'm at. If you feel like you're making an investment into yourself as far as tools and knowledge and everything else, and you're not getting that in return, it's hard to pay for all this flashing equipment or programming equipment or diagnostic equipment. Drew, like you were saying, as far as the Drive Pro, yes, that is mine. That's not the shop's. So there's $6,000. There's what I have just right there for the scan tools is, man, I don't even want to add it up, honestly.
I think what it boils down to is, work to live, don't live to work.
Yep.
And that's what Cody, at least while I've been with him for 8 years, he was living to work, and it was heartbreaking. I was in the restaurant industry for years and years and years and managed restaurants, but then I started some small businesses, and I would rather make less and actually have a life than money is not everything. And obviously I hope that we succeed in this business venture. But ultimately at the end of the day, you want to work to live and have a life and enjoy your spouse, enjoy your kids, enjoy life, because it's too short.
She nailed it, and seeing her, you were the first one to go out on your own before your sister, right?
No, Sal, I don't know. I have a twin. We both went out on our own, probably around the same time.
So to see both of them, and one thing, if you guys are ever thinking that dating a twin is cool, you date both of them. So if I'm fighting with her, I'm fighting with Sal. If I'm fighting with Sal, I'm fighting with her. So it's not that great, just FYI, guys. But anyway, to see her, start her own business and succeed and everything else, it was another driving force that this could work. And honestly, she's my first employee and stuff. I mean, I need her by my side in order for this to run and be what I want it to be. So I'm stoked. Hear that? I'm stoked on that, and to see, to see guys like Scanner Danner, how he involves his whole family and stuff.
We love Paul.
And Paul is just awesome, man. I mean, from his wife helping out to his son and everything else. His daughter, like
our daughter, first of all, loves cars, loves anything and everything that he does, wants to learn everything. So that's really important.
Where's that? Do I grab that thing that she built?
Well, no.
Okay.
She can show that sometime.
Anyway, so like Lily and everything, man, I had her using the scope the other day, the ohm meter, and she's 11. I was like, babe, you're just gonna, this is pretty cool that you're doing this. And she has that little, what is it, the Connect kit for the electrical, teaches you electrical and everything. So, man, things like that, I can really see her.
Let's make it a family business.
Possibly like pursuing or being a part of the business and stuff. And that I can't do that if I'm working for somebody else. And Hey, and Lionel, I did see your comment, man. I will be stopping by your shop with some flyers, cards, and stuff. So definitely, man. Monday, I'll probably be down there Monday or Tuesday or whatever is when I'm making my rounds. I was originally going to start on Monday, but I started getting calls last week, and I haven't even advertised and stuff. So it's one of those I needed to pick those jobs up. So the fact that I'm already getting calls, I'm pretty stoked about. I'm just going to try to scroll back a little bit. I know I've missed a lot, guys, and we've just been talking or whatever.
We've been rambling.
Chris says he worked on restaurant equipment for a little bit.
Oh.
Restaurant industry.
It's super consuming.
Yeah.
I did it for 17 years. I miss it though. There's well, and that's just it, just as much as automotive. So actually I relate a lot of things that I went through as a restaurant, everything from hostess to manager, to the industry that you guys are in. And it kind of goes hand in hand, believe it or not.
It does. I mean, it does. She had no idea what she was getting into when she got with me, as far as, the hours and everything else, just like I didn't really know as far as the restaurant industry. When I first met her and stuff, I mean, she was bartending, so she wouldn't get home till 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and we made it work.
Are we going to venture into keys?
Yes, absolutely. So I do have the IM 608 and I do have the Auto Pro Pad, so I can do some programming with the keys. Eventually, I will be getting the Dolphin from Isaac. Joey Fitzpatrick is actually local to me, and I want to play around with the key cutting and stuff before I actually make that investment. Another thing about this business, obviously I have a lot of tools and everything, but I did not want to take this business into debt. So I'm cash flowing everything. So yes, I'm going to be using my truck for a little bit, and then I'll reevaluate after six months and see if getting a van is in the works. But just getting the toolbox home has been a big venture, because we had to build a shed in the backyard and
basically move our garage into the shed.
Yeah, and this one has been just kicking ass when it comes to that. So if it wasn't to her, I wouldn't be able to get all this done in the time frame that I had. So I saw Angel in here. What's up, Angel? Let me just try to get caught up. Beast, congratulations. Thank you, sir.
Super buffering.
Oh, damn it. Is it buffering again, guys?
It hasn't said anything on our end.
Keys sound like it's simple, but you can lose your ass on keys, especially Euro. Hey, Mario, what's up, man? I didn't even see you in here, buddy. What's going on?
Oh, good.
Good here? Okay. No, it's live. Working good on my end. Okay, good. So
thanks, guys.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Okay, Leggett, what's up, man? Miguel, how you doing, sir? Yeah, so obviously, I had to pull a little Scotty Kilmer and do some clickbait on you guys, and say I was an exotic dancer or whatever, and you should never buy a Toyota. Only Toyota I'd ever buy. Rev up your engines. We're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, I was gonna say, stop. Be nice.
Oh, be nice. These guys know what's up. Mario sneaking in. Yep. Seems better. Yeah. So guys, I mean, that was my honest answer, and Sabrina's honest answer for being a spouse of somebody, in the field. It's been rough. It's been hard on us. I went from when I first met her working 6 days a week, 12-hour days, but I mean, I was also making stupid money. But I worked my ass off for that money. So flat rate is awesome. Want to hustle and everything else, and I'm not taking any of that back.
There's pros and cons to both.
There is. But now I look at it that I can do. I can work on fewer cars, being my own boss and everything. Work on fewer cars, and I charge the shops what I feel is appropriate.
Yeah, but you had to hustle in order to get to where you were at.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing. If you have that drive and that work ethic to hustle, you can only go up. What we're saying is once you achieve the top, you know, once you learn as much as you feel, not even learn as much as you feel like you can learn, but once you achieve a level that you don't feel like you can go any farther in the shop, there's more out there. And I think that's what just we're trying to relay.
Yeah, see, and Sabrina nailed it. I honestly, until I started YouTube and until I started joining these Facebook groups and everything, being a technician, that's all I knew. That's all I know, honestly. And I feel that's the only area of the automotive industry I was ever going to be.
But there's more out there.
About the mobile industry. Corey, you let me know. I ended up buying Zoom or whatever, spent some good money or whatever, so we can all do that live feed or whatever. But anyway.
First of all, thanks, Chris. I love that. That means a lot.
Chris, you have no idea. I'm a pansy when it comes to her. I mean, this whole COVID, man, she's like Bob the Builder over here. She's putting a remodel on the house all herself. She built the shed all by herself.
No, the shed I didn't. The remodel, yeah.
Man, she's been painting bathrooms, hanging tile. I mean, she's just ridiculous. I mean, I'm just so proud of her. But anyway, what was I saying?
Sorry, honey, I don't know.
No, I don't know either. Oh.
We just don't want to discourage people from this industry.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pros.
There is, man. The automotive industry has been good to me. I just feel that at this point in my career,
he's ready to go to the next level.
A lot of this is, is Chris from Science of Diagnostics, and Corey from S&A Auto, and Keith from New Level, and Mario. Man, I have so much.
You guys are all inspirations, like, honestly.
Well, oh, that's what I was saying. As far as I didn't realize. I only saw one avenue of the automotive industry when I was before YouTube and the Facebook groups and everything.
Before Super Saturday was eye-opening.
That Super Saturday was life-changing for me, honestly. Yes, the classes were amazing, but even more so than that was the networking, and that's where I hope this next year we can really get back into the norm. Of training and stuff, because the networking is absolutely huge. But I realized that just even doing these calls this last week and stuff, and going into these shops, you realize the lack of training that's out there. Getting called into shops that it needs modules and it needs this and it needs that, and it doesn't need that. And they're just kind of shooting from the hip, and they're firing the parts cannon and stuff, and they need some help, because customers get charged, and they're just kind of they're not willing to make the investment or the education or anything else. And I like I was telling Sabrina the other day, if I ever won the lotto, I'd just go around and be like Paul Danner and just kind of diagnose cars for free. Not saying he does it for free, but what I'm saying is he
enjoys it that much.
Yeah. And then educating guys, you know what I mean? Going into shops and actually educating them, like, I got called into one that they said it needed a PCM for a no start, put the PCM in, it was a used PCM on a Ford, reprogrammed it, put the correct VIN in and everything, still a no start. And I kind of put them into a direction. I told him, I was like, I'm not going to charge you a diagnostics, but you have injection pulse, you don't have spark. I did check the crank reference. You do have crank signal at the crankshaft sensor. The rest is up to you unless you want to pay diagnostics. And the guy even admitted, he's like, look, I'm a heavy line tech. I don't know diagnostics. And that's fine, but you need somebody to kind of help you out and stuff. So Steve, what's up, Steve? Simply Diagnostics, what's going on, man? Good seeing you, buddy.
I am super tall, but this stool is also taller than him.
I'm only 4'11", so I don't know if you guys noticed that on the video.
You can have your man card back.
No, it's cool. This is what it's like when she wears heels.
Mm-hmm. Basically.
It is. That's a 3-inch heel. Mm-hmm. Your lady looks super tall. Yep, she is. She's tall and beautiful.
Thanks, honey.
Well, thanks to you, Cody. I've never learned to know about the scope, let alone purchase one. Brad, that's man, that's awesome, man. And I'll tell you what, thanks to YouTube and other channels and everything else. I mean, if it wasn't for Paul Dannert, he honestly changed my life as far as using that scope. I did not understand it. The damn snap-on scope is just ass backwards. But once you understand it, man, it's a powerful scope. It's not a bad scope, and it's quick and easy and it's handy and stuff. But I don't know how many shops I go into, and the guys have a scope still wrapped up. The leads are still wrapped up, never been touched, and don't want to touch it. And that sucks, man. But there's awesome channels. I mean, Mario's just putting out, and his is definitely not entry level stuff. You definitely need to know your scope before you jump over to Mario's channel or whatever. And I mean, man, he's just got some awesome material. I mean, PJ as well. I mean, thing is, I've learned so much from YouTube and networking with all you guys. Man, it's been awesome from our group chats that we have, and everything else, that it makes this more
enjoyable.
Yes, more enjoyable to network with other like-minded technicians. That this isn't just a 9-to-5 job. This is a lifestyle, and this lifestyle, I mean, it's honestly all I know. I couldn't go and do something else. If I wanted to go be a service writer, I'd take a pay cut. If I wanted to go be a service manager, because I got offered to be a service manager, I'd take a pay cut. Yeah. But then you're dealing with all the higher ups and stuff too. So
Cali Autotech.
A huge role model. Cali, yep.
He loves hearing that. He's way too humble.
Okay, Cali is just he's awesome. I mean, he's younger and stuff, man. But he just has some drive.
Diego Rubio is Super Saturday happening.
2021, man. I really hope so. I know Vision this year is going to be actually online.
Yeah.
That I don't think a bad thing for my situation. I wish it was live, or I mean, I wish it was in person. But I am going to register for Super Saturday. I know Keith DeFazio and Chris Martino have a class. There's a bunch of other classes and stuff. But this would give me an opportunity to actually attend and still run the business and stuff, and not take a complete week off of work in order to attend the training. So for my situation, I think it's a good situation this year. But man, I am in dire need of some in-person training, seriously. So I hope by end of 2021 and October, Super Saturday, man, I hope we're there. And man, we missed out.
Yeah.
I mean, to see Mario and everybody else going to New York the day after and everything, man, oh God, I'm super jealous.
Yeah,
so jealous.
We are excited for the possibility to see more people.
Yeah.
We'll see everybody again.
Right.
That was really fun.
Well, man, in Super Saturday, obviously I dragged her along. I was like, man, babe, just come with me. The guys are super cool. They'll be welcoming and everything else. And now she loved it. I mean,
well, I loved everybody.
Yeah.
But Richard Cranium, thank you. That's awesome.
Nice art. That all is cool.
It is. It's meaningful.
Yeah. That's cool.
Are you going to make more videos?
Oh, hey, God dang it, I'm bleeding. Hey, Chris, so just a little shout out. I want to let everybody know the Automotive Diagnostic Podcast. Chris will be on the Automotive Diagnostic Podcast, so keep a listen out for that. If you guys haven't checked that out, it's top notch. I mean, Sean Tipping is he's killing it. And that podcast is just, man, it's so cool. It's awesome because I'll put my AirPods in or whatever and be able to listen to it while I'm working. So I know Mario's been on there. I've been on there a couple times, and Brandon Dills, and now Chris is going to be on there. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
So you guys, if you guys haven't checked that out, that's a huge asset to our industry. And to see guys like that putting something like that together for the actual technicians. Obviously there's other podcasts and stuff for the business owners and everything, but the diagnostic approach. Oh, Kurt is here, man. What's up, Kurt? Kurt Kennedy. So yeah, mobile diag is a state of the mind. You'll thrive. Can't wait until you travel. Oh, hey, thank you, Steve. And as far as videos, okay, that's another reason that the videos have been lacking this last year, and it just sucks because I feel that my videos have just been, giving away some tools and not really diagnostic related.
Let me put something in perspective. He leaves at 5:45, 6 a.m. I kiss him goodbye. He comes home at 6:30, 6:45 p.m. We eat dinner and he's spent. He goes to bed. So, he is a busy guy. That's something that I'm looking forward to is, having somebody to have some drinks with.
Cheers, guys. You got them.
Yeah.
I know it's early, but don't judge us.
We're good. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5.
But, just being able to interact with the family more, interact with our daughter more, do school projects so I don't have to do them all.
Whoa. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, babe.
He's out on a lot. So we're hoping, fingers crossed, he's home more.
I'll bring the wife next time. Corey, that would be awesome.
Yeah, Corey. Paul needs to bring his wife. Everybody needs to bring their wife, girlfriend, fiance. I don't care.
Yeah.
I need somebody to hang with.
Well, that's how fun Super Saturday was. Yes, it's a bunch of technicians talking cars. But man, it's just such a
thanks, Angel.
Awesome environment outside of that. Getting drinks afterwards and stuff. Like, man, I just wish it was a full week event, That's why I was looking forward to Vision. Obviously, hopefully 2022 will be different as far as, for Vision at least. Hopefully we'll see what happens this next year. Hey, Eeyore, hey, man, I got your card, your Christmas card, and I was not expecting that. So, sir.
The overseas?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. We're wondering what shipping was just on a card.
Man, awesome. You're awesome, man. Seriously. That made me smile. So thank you for that.
Oh, and you still need to return your pulse sensor?
Oh, hey, Mike, let me know, man. I'll take care of you. And anybody else that's bought sensors or whatever. I mean, if there's issues or whatever, I've only had maybe 2.
Yeah.
Most of it's been shipping issues, and a lot of that's been due to COVID.
Yeah, overseas.
Overseas orders especially. But yeah, Mike, get a hold of me, man. I'll take care of you, buddy.
Urban Gentry? First of all, we don't care. 5 p.m., 5 a.m. If the party's going, we're going.
It's like being at the lake, I mean, if you wake up, you might as well have a beer in your hand or something.
If Cody doesn't have any jobs, we're day drinking.
So that's what we're getting down to, guys. I mean, we're going to be drinking a whole lot more. So come over and have some drinks with us. Thank you, sir. Best of luck. I do appreciate it. Oh, Francisco, you got yours yesterday. Thank you, sir. Awesome. Thank you for everything. Yes, man, I did get it. And that, man, that was awesome. It really did make me smile. And Sabrina's like, man, what did that cost?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I know.
But that's awesome.
Will there be drinking? I'm up. Steve, I got Guinnesses waiting for you right here, man. Drop off cards at FedEx stations. We have good techs, but need some help. Oh, hey, that's good to know. I do know. I know years ago. Yeah. I mean, so FedEx, I know that they can sublet stuff out or whatever, or bring other guys in to help figure out some vans or some vehicles and stuff. So that's a good call.
Mike's Automotive, or is he?
I can't remember. I have to
Mike,
look.
where are you? Mike's Automotive.
Oh, I think
overseas,
he's overseas. Yeah.
That's something that we probably need to discuss.
Yep.
But
sorry, guys, just trying to get caught up on some of the chat here. Oh, Bart, I'm in Tucson, Arizona. It's freezing here right now. It's like 64 degrees.
Well, now it's probably like 70.
Now it's like
it's 70. Freezing to us. Well, it's freezing to me. I'm a native. But honestly, thank you for everybody's support. I like reading through the messages while Cody's been, talking and everything else. Lots of support. That's super awesome. I can only support him so much. You guys, what you guys do is, irreplaceable. Like, honestly, like, you guys are awesome. He really, really loves networking and talking with all of you. You guys are awesome.
Man, I honestly, I miss the YouTube. I miss putting out videos and everything, and interacting with all you guys, and actually putting out some good material, not just organizing the garage. But it's been hard. This last shop that I was at, or whatever, like I said, I mean, Sabrina, I'd leave at 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, I'm normally up about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning working on the sensors and everything, and then some other diagnostic equipment, and then I go to work, and by the time I get home, man, I'm done.
3 C's. I don't even know what that would turn into. 3 Celsius. Doesn't matter. It sounds freezing. It sounds horrible.
It sounds freezing.
Sounds absolutely horrible. 3 C's sounds horrible.
Kurt, thank you, sir. Kurt is man, I'll tell you what, if every shop owner was like Kennedy Auto Solutions, this would be a different ball game. And like I was saying earlier, I mean, you find that shop that really takes care of you and really values the technician end of it, you stick with them. And I told Kurt many times, if I was closer and everything, man, I would be moving this toolbox into your shop. So just to see his shop just growing, and man, it's impressive. So body shops, and that arrow's in the way.
Yeah.
Body shops and transmission shops are good money here. Yeah, Daryl, I haven't even made it into any. Well, I haven't even made it into really any shops yet, and I'm already getting calls. But yeah, that's going to be on my go-to for tomorrow. Is actually going into body shops, and like Corey was mentioning, even doing pre and post scans, and I think it's only been 2 years to see Perkins. I mean, I remember watching his live feed where he got let go at the shop he was at and stuff, and see where he's at now. But I by no means am saying that that's what this is going to turn into, but god dang, he has just such an amazing operation. Working with his wife, hiring another employee, he's got 3 vans running around town. Man, that's impressive. And honestly, 2 years now, he has a brick and mortar too. Oh god dang, I mean, he's killing it. But he's also a super knowledgeable guy, and he deserves every bit of that.
28 degrees in Connecticut.
ADAS is big. Yeah. No, see, yeah, Jay, absolutely, man. And that was okay. So that was one of the things that I went into my last shop, and I was like, look, we need to get into ADAS. There's nobody else here doing it. We set the market, bank off it, make money, man. Start doing it now. They're like, oh, that sounds awesome. They didn't want to make the investment, and then they
make a long story short, it didn't happen.
Yeah, it didn't happen. Then they're like, hey, fourth quarter, we'll do it, fourth quarter. Well, fourth quarter came and gone, and there was no talk of ADAS. So it's their bad. But I know that there's mobile guys doing ADAS, and that's something I definitely want to get into. Like I said, I don't want to go too far. I don't want to go in debt at all, honestly, on this company, just to go backwards. I want to cash flow everything. So, in 6 months, I'm going to evaluate. And if ADAS, if I'm seeing a need for that, because I want to be doing it. Like I said, there's nobody here doing it. And, you set the market. And well, actually, I think there's my old company is actually doing it for the forward facing cameras, because they install windshields, but they're not. They're not doing, any of the other camera calibrations and stuff. So, absolutely, there's good money in that. EEPROM, that's another thing. And seeing PJ, I mean, he's killing it on EEPROM. He's learning a lot. Mario's been killing it. I got practice boards and all kinds of crap. So yeah, it's been fun. But now I'll have a little bit more time to design more tools and learn some new things. So,
and drink some beers with me.
and drink some beers. Got to pay for that Zeus, yeah, about a while ago. Yeah, hey, the Zeus is paid off. I will say that. So no, I owe Snap on nothing. I should have taken a picture of that
payoff.
I don't even know where to get started with the EEPROM. Hey, no, Angel, I absolutely, I hear you, man. And I actually just went to Joey Fitzpatrick's shop the other day and just chatted with him because I know he's in a lot of the groups and stuff, and he gives great advice and he helps out where he can and everything. But he is he's a super humble guy, and he doesn't portray how much he really knows. So when it comes to EEPROM, and he knows a lot. So I mean, I told him, I was like, man, just please take me in some weekend and teach me what you know, and I'll make it worth your while, and I'd really appreciate it. So to be able to have guys like that are local, it's all about networking, and the fact that somebody's willing to teach other people, that's what it's all about. That's why I love YouTube. That's why I love the Facebook groups where you can actually ask questions and not get badgered.
Spread kindness.
A lot of that's been because of her. So, I mean, before I met her, I was a huge asshole.
He's still a huge asshole.
I still am. I'm not going to lie.
Can you even say that?
Yeah, it's for kids 10 and under. Yeah, so we're good. Right?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. We'll find out. Watch the Lily come out right now. Cody said asshole.
Yep.
Telling each other is beautiful. Nothing is financed.
36 in Boston.
Dang, 30. Yeah.
I've never experienced weather like that.
Man, I'd love to go to Boston.
Yeah.
Man, I'd love to go back to Philadelphia and actually be able to sightsee and stuff. And
20 in Connecticut. Somebody who's he was saying
0 degrees Celsius is freezing point. Okay, so 3 degrees. Wow. Yeah, screw that.
I want nothing to do with that. 27 here.
Tommy a couple times and learned a lot. Mike, that's awesome. And so I've talked to multiple mobile guys, and I've actually talked to Perkins and stuff actually last year and asked if I could do a ride along and stuff. And like I said, that's when I started swinging over to the other shop and stuff and kind of put mobile in the back burner and everything. So, but I've talked to like Ben Jameson and man, I want to go for a ride along, and even Corey and stuff, and man, how cool would that be? I mean, seeing Steve Scott doing ride alongs with DeFazio and stuff, like, man, that
we'd love to get to a point where we can invite somebody for a ride along.
Yeah. Right now I'm still trying to figure things out.
Right now I'm just riding along.
Yeah, right. I hope that she rides along with me. That'd be awesome. Let's scroll back down here. Oh, hey, Jay, I just see a comment, man. And yeah, I know you need to get a pulse sensor, and I sent you a message like 3 weeks ago. So check your messenger, bro.
She likes you for the bald, shiny head. That's what it is. Actually, Phil Holbrook, he had hair when I met him, and I told him
I got your sensor right here, man.
Wait, I'm talking to Phil.
Sorry.
That is an important message right there.
What did he say?
He said she likes you for the bald, shiny head. That's what it is. That's exactly. I'm going to tell you right now, if Bruce Willis was single, Cody would. Bruce Willis might be single. Is he?
I don't know. Die Hard.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, the bald, shiny head does a lot for a lot of people. So that's why I love him. This dome.
We were together 7 years before I shaved my head, so.
No. We're together like 7 minutes.
Okay, 7 minutes. She was like, shave your head, it'll be cool. Staten Island Express is the ultimate skills test. So that's what Corey is running, the Staten Island Express, which is DeFazio's.
Oh, that's awesome. Corey, we love you. But Angel, I remember you. I've sent you orders. Those new sensors are sharp. They are pretty sharp.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, they're I'm slowly getting them in production. I still have a bunch of bodies and stuff of the other sensors. What's that?
You would love me then. And then
maybe shave my.
Everybody shave their head.
Hey, come on, you know, and donate it. What's that?
Wait, isn't it so much easier? If I was a dude, I would shave my head in a heartbeat. So much easier. Anyway, we have the bottle right here.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess we're just going to pound the bottle now.
We can pour it in our cups. He's stealing my drink. Exo Motorsports.
Yeah, that's Kevin.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, she said, yeah, shave your head. Because I used to shave my head.
Shave your head, look like Bruce. Shave your head,
yeah,
look
well,
like Bruce.
Then I shaved my head back in the day, and I grew it back and stuff. So I had hair when we met. And then I was like, hey, I'm going to shave my head. And she was like, do it. She was all excited. So I shaved my head, sent her a picture. I was like, man, it just doesn't look right. So then I tried growing it back, and it only grew back like right here. So I was like, I guess I'm shaving it forever.
Shaved heads, panty dropper.
Ooh.
Oh, screen frozen. Oh, bald is beautiful. That's
bald is beautiful.
Yoshi's awesome too.
Shaved it since '98. Word.
Steve Wilco's. I mean, I respect him, but
he's not the panty dropper though.
Yeah, no. We are buzzed, actually. Buzzed. Well, at least I am. I can speak that I'm buzzed. I don't get in front of the camera. I'm behind the camera.
So yeah, the fact that she's here, so you're welcome. What's that channel? God dang it, I have to look it up. What's the automotive, or not even automotive, Andy's Mechanics, where he has the hot chicks. I mean that's clickbait for sure. I should have put her in the thumbnail.
No.
Glad you were following your dream. Yeah, man, and I don't even know if it was a dream up until other people told me about it and stuff. And then, you know, I mean, Rick Kelly told me said I should look at doing this like 3 years ago, and I was just thinking, I was like, man, there's no way.
I think being introduced to this lifestyle.
Yeah. Well, and
it being introduced to things other than what the norm.
Yeah. Well, and that's just it. And, you know, Rick Kelly, you know, actually Rick Kelly is the first time I ever heard of Trained by Text and stuff. This is really before I was on YouTube, or I mean, before I had my channel or anything. And he introduced me to Train by Text. He's like, man, have you not checked him out? Because he went around, he trained some of the Train by Text guys, and so I started going on and seeing their videos, and it's just like, man, those guys are super brilliant. So the fact that I'm not saying I'm there, but I feel that I can learn a whole lot being mobile, more than I can being in a shop.
Phil, it's Jay's all day long.
What's that?
Look at Phil said bowls or joints.
Bowls.
Well, this was fun.
Mobile game is still trying to get your tool level scopes auto. Hey, wow. Hey, Merle. Yeah, and I'm not sitting here saying that you need to have this kind of investment. Obviously, I've made a huge investment, and I'm not saying to be a technician you need to have this kind of investment.
No, God, no.
You don't. I did this because, you know, ultimately I thought that there was something more for me out there, even before I thought about going on my own and stuff. I don't like being locked in. Let's say I decided to do something else, and, you know, it's all the shop's equipment. The shop equipment isn't taken care of like how I take care of my own stuff. Things aren't put away the way that they're supposed to, in my opinion. Like I don't like, I'm an only child, so I don't like sharing.
He likes the best of the best when it comes to his industry. He likes to invest. He likes to have everything. He likes to cover his bases. He likes to know that if there's an issue, he can provide the equipment to solve it.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to depend on anybody.
Exactly. You know, and that being said, going mobile, this really isn't anything out of pocket. I mean, besides as far as tooling that goes, I do need to get a Cardac 3, but I've gotten, you know, instead of getting the Cardac 3, you know, I have the IDS, the Ford IDS VCM2, the Micropod 2, I have the GM MDI2 coming. So to have the factory tooling, then I will be getting maybe the Cardac 3, or actually I talked to Daryl, getting the Mongoose cable for Nissans for the R2R and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't want to drop a huge amount of money to go in debt and stuff. So, and I feel what I've invested in everything, I shouldn't have to, honestly. Do what I can right now, and then as I get more tooling, and a lot of this comes from Corey, because he told me, he's like, man, slow down.
Well, speaking of Corey,
slow down buying tools, man.
Corey was asking what we're drinking. Unless you have a Trader Joe's, which I'm pretty sure is just a West Coast thing, it's gingerbread, I don't know, cream liqueur. It's effing awesome, because I can't say the other word.
It's pretty awesome.
It is.
It is. It's kind of like an egg, would you say?
Kinda, yeah. It's full of calories and full of fat and it's full of goodness.
Perfect.
As I pour myself another drink.
Invest and believe in yourself is the key. And see that. What?
Oh, New England? What? That's awesome. So
investing in yourself is huge, guys. Absolutely. That's. I don't care what skill level you're at. If you're just entering the industry or anything else, go out, get that education. If the shop is willing to pay for some training, do it. Take advantage of everything. I remember me going. I didn't go to UTI. I was accepted to UTI. Ended up not going. I was in a different area of my life. I didn't want to spend 30 grand and not pay attention in class. So I ended up not going, and I felt like I've always been playing catch up to the guys that did go, because they got the proper education and everything. And thing is, I started going to some local trainings and stuff here in town, and I would be going, and I'd get like 1 or 2 pieces of information because everything was over my head. But I continued to keep going and going and going, and now now I understand everything that they're talking about, and I feel like I can contribute to the class, and it's just it's a night and day difference than where I was at 10 years ago.
Traders is awesome. It does rum chata is gross in my opinion. I do have some in stock, but on ice, yeah, because it's better freezing. This is just me answering alcohol questions because that's basically all I can answer.
Did I mention she was a bartender before we met?
Yeah. When this runs out,
so if you guys ever want a michelada or a Bloody Mary,
most people don't know what micheladas are.
Oh, you're missing out. I'm telling you.
If you have a Trader Joe's, I think this was probably a holiday thing. It's amazing.
It's damn good.
And it's 30 proof, so that's even better.
Okay, so Welding Junkie is Jay. So I will say, Jay, you oh, Chad's messaging me. How he's saying he buys tools and sells. This guy makes my stuff look stupid.
Oh, Jay, are you married?
Seriously.
Does your wife or partner or anything care?
You can't always borrow the test.
Yes. Chris, yes. I'll be your drinking buddy.
Which Chris? Where?
Simply Diagnostics.
Oh, no, that's
Oh, that's not Chris?
No.
That's who?
Oh, no, Simply Diagnostics is Steve.
Oh, Steve. Oh, Steve. And what's Chris?
Chris is Science of Diagnostics.
Oh, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter. Chris, Steve, all of you are welcome.
She does a really good job keeping everybody pretty straight.
Everybody will have a drink.
I went to UTI, best damn thing I've done in my life, experience and education, unlike most that. Yeah, and Brad, you're absolutely right, man. I wish I could go back to, or I wish I could go to UTI now when I'm dedicated to education. Like I said, I didn't even know if I wanted to be a technician outside of high school or anything else. Like, man, my life was not about me, but like my bio or whatever when first got onto the internet or first got onto YouTube. Hey, are we glitching out?
Uh-oh.
But anyway, you know, I just, my mind wasn't 100% there. And, you know, that's unfortunate because I would have paid out of pocket and everything. And if I didn't feel that I was 100% contributing, it wouldn't have been worth it. You know, I was still in the party phase outside of high school, and I was in the party phase for a while outside of high school. So I really wish I could have done it. But the fact that I didn't, I had to do it on my own and pursue it on my own. So, and you know, UTI and these schools and everything else, like even our community college here, and they're doing a huge makeover, new equipment, they are doing, it's awesome. I mean, just even for our community college to be able to have the tooling and everything else and the education and everything, they've really stepped it up the last couple of years. So. Well, that's awesome, Brad. Phil, don't be like from the trailer park boys carrying a glass of booze.
No, we're not always carrying a glass of booze.
Women are the reason a shop is organized or not. I would agree with that.
I'll agree with that too.
Training is more important than tools. Steve, 100%.
Yeah.
Yep. You can buy any tool under the sun. You can go into debt, and you know, and to see these guys that are fresh into the industry and going out and spending, you know, $30,000 on a toolbox that they have nothing in it, that doesn't impress me, and that doesn't mean anything. So, you know, I worked my way up to the toolboxes, and now I look at it now, bringing it home and everything, that this was the dumbest investment I ever made.
It wasn't dumb, honey.
It wasn't dumb. I didn't think so at the time, but then trying to, you know, what do you do when you retire? What do you do when you move on to another area of the automotive industry and stuff? It's trying to make room for this thing and putting a shed in the backyard and everything else. It's been a nightmare, honestly. Yeah. It's been a nightmare.
But you know, it will all work out how it's supposed to.
But it's what you got to do. So, I mean, you just getting into the industry, spend your money on the training. You know, get training. The training is huge because you
educate yourself, and then you'll know exactly what tools you need. You know exactly what scan tools, programming tools, whatever it might be. Educate yourself instead of just filling your toolbox.
Yep.
Because just from the other side's perspective, yeah, you can fill your toolbox with hundreds, thousands of dollars in tools, and do you know what the hell you're doing with them?
Yeah. No, but I've seen those guys. I've seen those guys that you know, drop all kinds of money on the Snap-on truck, and they don't know how to use a ball joint press, or they don't know how to do this, but they just want to have it.
You can always add on to your toolbox.
Yep.
Start small and add.
So you're saying my big toolbox is empty, won't make much cash? Saul, no, man. What's up, man? How you doing, buddy? I hope everything's good. So Saul, I used to work with. I'm a tech in Los Angeles. How can I order a Cody pulse sensor? Hey, buddy. So send me an email, Cody's Auto Diagnostics @gmail.com. You can also find me on Facebook at Cody's Auto Diagnostics. So send me a message, either one of those areas, and I'll get one over. Actually, I think it's still. Hold on. Entertain him, babe.
Entertain you? Oh my God. Oh, Steve is leaving. Bye, Steve.
Hey, bye, Steve.
What does the wife do for bread? Well, currently, before COVID hit, I had some small businesses that I unfortunately stopped doing because of COVID. Because our daughter is, you know, basically stay at home. Our daughter is high risk. So I became a teacher. Stay at home mom, stay at home teacher, stay at home, whatever the hell you got to do during COVID.
She, hats off to any parent that with the COVID and everything else that has to stay home.
I've kept the wine industry in business.
She has.
But basically, I worked in the restaurant industry for years. Then I had a couple small businesses. Then I have a twin who has a very, very, very successful business. I worked with her as her right-hand man, basically doing all the business aspect of her business, like the office part of it. And then when COVID hit, and there were stay-at-home orders, I was stuck at home. And now I'm grateful that I'm able to help Cody with his endeavors, and whatever education and input and experience I have, I can help him.
She has been helping huge. So it just kind of worked out as far as when you stopped working with your sister.
Yeah.
Is when the sensors kind of really took off. And honestly, if it wasn't for her, she's done every single order. I build them and everything, and I put them in the envelopes. But I mean, she does.
So if they get messed up, I'm so sorry. It's my fault. Those overseas orders, I'm going to tell you right now, those addresses are hard. So if I've messed up I think it's the only orders I've messed up, I think, are overseas. And It's only been a couple.
Right.
So I apologize. They are hard.
Bill, you got a long resume. Like her legs, long.
I do. Hey, but
those legs go up and make an ass out of herself.
Anyway, I've done a lot. I'm experienced in a lot. I can help a lot.
House call, yes, we are a team. And if it wasn't for her, I don't know where I'd be, honestly. I definitely wouldn't be pursuing this. I wouldn't. She's given me the confidence. Behind every strong man is a stronger woman. So I absolutely 100% believe in that.
Oh, went to get her COVID shot. Fingers crossed.
Yeah,
there's
Kevin,
not very many side effects.
Yeah, I don't even. What are the side effects?
We get to hear on the news that there's no side effects, but I've heard that there's side effects. Phil, my sister, technically actually is single.
She is.
She needs to be alone for a minute, though.
She needs a break.
She does. Dudes suck. Chicks suck. Dudes suck. They all suck.
Hey, speaking of sucks, so so new Pico case, right?
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
But for the tough book,
let me move this drink. Super exciting.
Oh yeah, new tool, new year. I figured I'd just show that. So yeah, these are not 100% in production yet, but they will be coming along with some other things. But I wanted to give you guys a sneak peek. And hats off to Matthew for helping me design this. He's a whiz. So, oh man, I feel like I missed a bunch of stuff. So, okay. Got to go. Hey, Eeyore, thank you, sir.
Aww, I wish I had the same kind of support. Who is that, honey? Do you know his name?
I don't. House call auto repair.
Okay, so first of all, I can't sit here and pretend like I'm perfect and that I've supported everything, because I'm going to be completely honest. I've hated a lot. But at the end of the day, what it's boiled down to is us working as a team is more important than me hating what he does.
Yeah.
And I love him enough to accept that his job is going to interfere with our relationship at times. That's also 8 years in, and a lot of patience and a lot of fights and a lot of arguments and a lot of me losing my patience with him. At the end of the day, I would say this last year of our 8 years. So Charlie. Hi, Charlie. This last year, so it's basically 7 years in, I've really just accepted Cody for who he is, what he does, how much he performs, who he talks to, so on and so forth. It was hard. It was really hard. I felt, like I didn't have any attention and blah, 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 and all these girl things that we go through. But again, what it boiled down to is I love him enough to accept him for who he is and what he does and what he's passionate about. But there's days that it sucks. Yeah. And that's me being honest.
No, and it does, and I feel completely bad. I mean,
but I don't want you to feel bad.
No. But what I'm saying is, so yeah, I went to this other shop to have weekends off so I can spend time with her and everything. At that same time is when the sensors really started taking off. So I went from waking up 5:30 in the morning to leave for work at 6. And now I'm waking up at 3:30 in the morning to work on the sensors or working on them when I get home.
What it ultimately boils down to, Charlie, is that sometimes communication, and I'm not implying that you don't communicate with your wife at all. So please, I don't want that to turn into anything, but it's just a simple communication between you and your spouse. Like, hey, I'm feeling lonely, or hey, I hate what you're doing, or whatever, opens the doors. And sometimes it turned into like, I literally hate you. I hate what you're doing. I hate YouTube. I hate your industry. I hate your sensors. I hate everything you're doing. And then next thing you know, I love them again because we were able to communicate.
Well, no, and that's, absolutely. Hey, and Kevin, I'll give Sabrina your number so she can call your wife.
Yes. First of all, in my next lifetime, I'll be a psychiatrist, psychologist, all of that stuff.
Phil, yes. No, this will not be under the table. It's complete LLC. I have my business license. I have my insurance. I actually applied for the.
We spoke to our accountant about it.
Yep. I applied for the VSP, for the LSID, Vehicle Security Professional, and everything. Still waiting to hear back on that. Hopefully my insurance is on par and all the hoops and stuff you have to jump through on that. But I'm trying this. This needs to be 100% legal. Especially being insured, even Kurt Kennedy has mentioned to some other guys like my buddy Jason, who is administrator in my group, about, if he is going to shops, be insured. And it is huge because you never know what happens.
The Hellsberg card probably helps. I'm not huge into jewelry. You can buy me a purse though. Communication is huge.
Yeah.
It's hard, being the wife of this industry. I'm just going to be completely honest, is hard.
She didn't know what she was signing up for.
Hard. So I can't sit here and say that, just because you might work less hours than Cody, or you might have weekends off, or blah, blah, blah. It's hard because it steals a lot of your time. It steals a lot of your family time. It steals a lot of your spouse time. You work at the shop all day. You come home and fall asleep on the couch 30 minutes after you get home. Buzzkill.
It is. And I try staying awake, but it just doesn't happen sometimes. Phil, so how is it to become a locksmith certified for Chrysler keys? There's workarounds. That obviously I'm dabbling more into keys and stuff, but there's even for the security gateways and stuff, there's workarounds. And that's, locksmiths are doing it. I mean, everything that a locksmith does is pretty much a workaround because they don't want to pay the NASDAQ fees and stuff. So obviously there's different ways to approach. There's a couple ways to skin a cat, I should say. And that's more that I'll learn. I saw that smile laughing. Yeah.
Well, that's just that. Okay, so you just have to remind her, communication. Like, hey, let's do this together. I'll record you. You record me.
Josh, yes, I would agree with that. And obviously, I'm just now getting started on that. And if a shop's calling or whatever, I need to take it. Just like this last week, I honestly getting the garage situated and the shed built and situated and stuff. I didn't want to take any work, but when shops are calling, I really can't turn it down because I turned it down that one time. I may never get that call again from that shop. So yes, in the beginning, I really need to take anything and everything that comes through the door. And then, as time goes on, like Tommy Olivia's podcast with Sean Patrick Tipping, he talked about, going through a purge and kind of, firing customers, and that'll happen eventually and stuff. But at the beginning, you really need to take everything in because you just never know. Some of it could be, pretty stupid stuff. Yeah.
I actually wasn't listening.
Yeah, I know. I saw that blank stare.
Totally camera shy. Yeah, well, you couldn't talk to a totally camera shy person to me. I hate being in front of the camera.
She does. I mean,
hence the liquid encouragement. If there wasn't that, then there wouldn't be anything.
I gotta pee.
Oh, well.
Can I be?
Yep, I've already gone pee like 10 times.
Are you going to stay here with them?
Yep.
Okay. So, hey, enjoy.
If you have any questions just for me.
She's not going to strip. Just.
You probably don't, but. Oh, bye, Callie Autotech. I'm sorry, gosh, I don't know anybody's name. Word of mouth is huge. Aww. First of all, again, right now it sounds like we're this dream couple, and I'm going to just let you know I hate him a lot of times. I also love him a lot of times. What is it like living in Vegas? I'd imagine living in Vegas would kind of suck. It would kind of like take away the excitement of Vegas. Living in boring old Tucson, every place is exciting. Don't be jealous. That was like the fastest pee of America.
It felt like the longest pee.
Did you wash your hands? Jorge, here's the thing. I think it's our jobs to hate our dudes. But the truth of the matter is you hate us just as much as we hate you. It's a love, love. Love, hate, love. You have to mix a little bit of hate in there.
I got love and tattooed, or love and hate tattooed on my chest. So.
Jay, I've only been to Louisiana once, and I want to come back so bad.
Ooh, codfish.
We're talking literally, I was 15, so, oh, God, 15 years. No, wait, I was 15, so.
15 years ago, dude.
That was, my math is way off.
Holy crap.
We're talking almost, what is that, honey? Because the alcohol is talking right now.
So 20 years ago?
Oh, 20 years ago. We would love to come down there for crawfish boil.
I've never been, so I would love that. That would be awesome.
Being like, women, I'll put my earbuds in. I have my earbuds in a lot.
She does.
But Cody has his earbuds just as equally as much. So
I do.
You know, that's what we do, I guess.
Well, this has turned out to be fun. Say the word. What? Could you say the word? We'll do one.
Oh, we'll come down for.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, buddy.
Can we just get COVID over with?
Man, I hate this year. Or this last 2020. I hate 2020. So.
We can go down there, throw some beads. I don't know. Cody said that. I'm not throwing any beads. I'm not accepting.
What do I got to do for some beads around
I'll
here?
throw beads. I think you have to be topless to accept beads. I don't know. I actually don't know. Somebody help me.
Man, I'll be topless. Well, anyway, guys, I know it's dwindling down. I mean, there's still 86 people in here, so that's awesome.
Oh no, we don't grow weed.
No.
Man,
no.
we encourage the promotion of weed.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what? We're legal now?
We're legal now.
Come to South Africa?
Oh, damn. Yeah, hell yeah, South Africa.
Right, I know.
Some of my reality TV stars are in South Africa.
Like,
I know. That sounds so bad, but yeah, South Africa, hell yeah.
The Real Housewives of South Africa.
No, there's no Real Housewives in South Africa.
Well, there will be. Hey guys, yeah. Hey, so any more
Thanks, Bob.
questions,
Oh,
comments?
Bob?
No, it's Bob Newman. You
not Bob. Oh, not the Bob I know.
I don't know. I don't think you met Bob because he took off early from Super Saturday.
Oh.
It's not the Bob that I worked with.
Well, thanks, Bob.
Yeah, Bob's awesome. I mean,
we could go on all day, and we're losing viewers. So clearly, it's probably time to.
So you're buying a van for the scanners? Eventually, actually, you know what? Here, let me show you. Maybe you guys can see it. I'll show you what the wife got me. I think it's pretty sweet. But.
It's simple. It is pretty sweet, though. Could you do a video on FDRS?
What's that?
Could you do a video on FDRS, honey?
I could.
Well,
Is somebody
Phil's asking.
Yeah, I mean, I could. Honestly, I haven't used FDRS much, just because I have the IDS. So, but that's definitely something I could come up with for sure.
We can put it on a post-it.
Could you do a video? Best of luck to you, Cody. Thank you, sir. So you buying a van? Okay. So anyway, this one I want to show you guys.
Maybe I need to move this.
Which
there we go.
So this is a mobile, pretty much like a mobile toolbox.
It's not Snap-on, so don't get excited.
It's not Snap-on.
But it's Craftsman, which is awesome.
But so this is where the Pico goes. Oops. All the scope attachments. Fuse loops, relay loops, probes, piercing probes, amp clamps. And what's cool is it's all stackable.
Yeah, Urban Gentry. It says stackers.
Yeah, it's the Versus stack.
It's pretty sweet. I mean, if you're gonna go mobile.
I mean, the thing is, it fits in the truck. Ah, dang it. Fits in the truck good. But the thermal imager, this is the best kit out there, the AES U-Test kit, borescope, other leads, face masks.
Face masks are a plus.
And then the bottom one actually has, is there any way to show that then?
Yeah, it's zoomed in on that. Or maybe back it up a little bit.
Is my battery maintainer, my Schumacher battery maintainer, extension cord, and then my tough book and everything goes in here. So it's all my flashing equipment. So if I'm just flashing a vehicle, I just grab that. If I'm doing diagnostics and stuff, obviously there's other things. And as far as the scan tools and everything, those go into a completely other bag. But then my Cardac 2,
Hi.
Cardac 2, VCM2, Micropod, U-Scope, best tool out there, and just some other VCI interfaces and stuff. So
looks like a sweet, lovely setup. Oh, oh, cool idea, shot. I need that. It's actually pretty sweet.
Yeah. There's honestly this too, which is kind of cool. So this is another kind of mobile thing, but it does have the wheels. And
it's a hard case.
It's a hard case.
Hard soft case. I don't know how you describe that.
But it's actually a 3-piece. So it comes with this and then 2 other pieces that stack on top of each other. So that, and then this. So yeah.
Anyways, hopefully he's ready to go. That's the whole point of all of it.
It's gonna be a learning curve.
I'm a Snap-on guy. I remember the good old stuff. Man, Snap-on just completely. Can I say rape?
Oh yeah. It's a rape van.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm looking for a van with no windows when it comes to Snap-on.
It says free candy on the side.
Yeah, free candy. It's a hard soft.
It's a hard soft.
Yes.
I hate it when that happens. It's like pushing rope.
He is modeling. He's never had a snap off.
No, the snap off is when you walk off the truck. They just broke it off in you. Mobile Life. Wish you luck.
Aww,
hey, thank you, Felix. That's awesome. And again, guys, I mean, obviously, you know I've been kind of MIA on YouTube and stuff, and you guys have been super supportive of everything that I put out there as far as for Joe and everything. And I really do appreciate all your guys' support and stuff. And that's kind of why I wanted to first announce it on YouTube. I mean, it's really, this has turned into a whole nother community and stuff. And man, I just, the fact that you guys support me and then go and support other channels and stuff, us as YouTube creators, we love that. I mean, we really do. Obviously there's the people out there that are people out there that go onto each one of our channels and they're not so nice. But then that the people that support us and that are supportive and everything else outweigh any of the negative comments and stuff like, oh, how you wear your hat, and oh man, just
what it boils down to, that all I can ever say 100 million trillion times, kindness is key. Just be nice.
I know she's the nicest person I know.
I'm stuck with a dude that is stuck with a million other dudes, and you all are playing swords with each other, and at the end of the day,
I don't know if you can say swords.
I don't know if you can play swords either, but at the end of the day, swallow your pride. Like, it's easier to be nice.
It is.
It's easier to guide. It's easier to lead by example. And the truth of the matter is, we will never, ever, ever, or I guess not we, because I'm not in your industry, but you guys will never have techs follow under you unless you guys show them the way. So show them the way. Yeah, no, absolutely. And she's really helped me out with that as far as my outlook on life and being nice to everybody and stuff. Hey, and Daryl, absolutely. The thing is, so to go back to your comment as far as like, don't just take anything that comes in. I 100% would agree with that, because there was plenty of cars after COVID hit. Yeah.
Of these cars that I got in that are just there was a piss bucket on the floorboard.
Just know your worth. That's what it boils down to. Know your worth. But again, if I can take anything from this entire thing, playing swords might not have been the best terminology, but none of you guys know how to swallow each other's pride with each other. So just be nice. Teach somebody and be the example.
Yep.
You're going to have somebody come into your shop that doesn't know anything about anything, and just be that guy that's like, I'll take you under my wing. Because unfortunately, whenever you have a whole bunch of egos surrounded by other egos, it's easy to put your walls up and be dismissive. But just embrace them all. Take them all in and show them, because your industry is not going to grow unless you grow it.
Well, and that's just it. And
cross swords. Maybe that's what I meant. Who knows?
Play swords, cross swords. I don't know. I'm not playing swords with anybody, but
playing swords, crossing swords, tomato. Who knows?
There's a comment that I call it cross swords.
Oh, Scanner Denner is a great example of humility.
We
love Paul. I mean, I literally can't say enough.
He's really an inspiration of mine, and the fund that he has built and everything as far as for up and coming technicians that for training and everything else, man, he's all about giving back. And I guess that's we're in an industry where, man, egos are huge. And Keith Perkins says it best. It's like, best piece of advice he can give anybody is to stay humble. And I honestly, I believe that, because no matter how badass you really think that you are, there's somebody there's somebody better. But
there's also somebody that's willing to learn.
Yeah. Well, and if you don't come across as that arrogant prick or whatever, like, man, you can really teach somebody. And you're walking into shops that these may be some absolutely great guys, like banging out work and stuff, but they may not know diagnostics or whatever it may be.
You guys are in an intimidating field. You guys are in a field where it's dominant. It's mostly males. The females, kudos to you. But males having to ask males for help is just hard.
Oh no,
and that's the truth.
It is.
And we could go on and on and on for hours and hours and days and days and days. But the end of the day, you know, if you can help another male, female, whatever it may be, help them.
Well, and look at it this way: like, don't think that you're teaching somebody to do your job or to replace you. You're making the industry better.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, once we get back to, you know, actually in classroom training, and hopefully we get some ATG training in person and stuff again here, man, I guarantee now that I'm going to more shops and I'm networking with more guys, man, I'm filling that class.
Yeah.
No, I'm walking in like Keith DeFazio with you know 30 guys behind me and stuff because why? Like, not to put me out of work, but to make the industry better, make the customers, you know, view our industry differently because we are educated.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what's frustrating because we don't have, there's no certifications and stuff that you have to be, you know, meet X, Y, and Z to be a tech in this field.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody, you know, you got a wrench in a socket, you can go and be a tech, and that it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, Joe Lopez, 40 ounces. Yeah. Mighty sword. Exactly.
Mighty
you all
sword.
have more mighty swords. You're trying to steal my drink.
Nope. Yeah. Well. Hey, Good Auto Diagnostics, Brian Good. What's up, Brian?
Brian.
Yeah.
First of all, Brian, I have a special place for you in my heart.
Yeah.
Focus on programming or diag, honey? Both?
Yeah, both. I mean, this last week it was programming, and honestly, you know, I'm not trying to call anybody out or anything, but you know, I went to the shops and did programming because they said it needed these control modules. One was an ABS control module and one was a ECM, both in Fords. Both were used modules with different bins in it. Programmed the bins, programmed it, and you know, they didn't fix it. You know, and asked the shops, you know, what would you guys like me to do? Would you guys like to diagnose it, or I can dive in? And they said that they'll figure it out. So I haven't gotten any of the diagnostics yet, but I'm sure that will come.
So
you
both.
know, but it just goes to show, like, you know, look, there's cars getting misdiagnosed every day. Working at the home shop today, Brian, that's another dude I want to see do his own thing.
Brian, first of all, we would love to come see you and just hang.
We talk about it all the time, and obviously this last year just sucks. But he's close enough, and if we were down there, we'd go swing by and see Kurt Kennedy.
Yeah, I've only been in Texas Airport. I've never done anything in Texas.
Teach him how to dive. Absolutely. Yep. And that's funny because that's exactly what I did. You know, on the ECM for the no start, you know, I was showing the tech, you know, he was saying he doesn't know diagnostics. So, you know, I had just a little U-scope with me and showed him that, you know, checking powers and grounds and stuff and coil control and injector control and stuff and put him in a direction. And, you know, there's only so much I can do because I still have to run my business and stuff too. And I need to get paid without completely going backwards or diagnosing the vehicle free of charge. Because that's not something I talked to the shop owner about, you know, when I was showing this guy, but I put it in a direction, and then I asked the owner of the shop, do you want me to take over? Or you guys want to figure it out? And he said that they'll figure it out, and if they have questions, they'll give me a call. So it's getting hot in here.
Uh-oh.
And I remember working with you, always like things another way. Hey, and Saul, how we're talking about being kind of assholes and stuff, I want to apologize.
Oh man, Saul.
I know I was hard to work with, man. And you know, a lot of that just came from frustration of where I think that shops should be and where the reality of shops should be. And so it wasn't towards you. My frustration ran my attitude, honestly, and you know, and I apologize for that. You know, even this last shop that I left and stuff, like my attitude the last couple months has absolutely sucked. And I'll admit that, you know, 100%, like I haven't been happy. I feel that, you know, I try to hold everybody to a higher standard, and if they're not meeting that standard, I get frustrated. and I take it out on them. And the thing is, it's not my control to bring these shops to where they need to be. Like, what I can control is my business and how I do things. So now, being me on my own, that I feel that frustrations, excuse me, is going to be lessened. Because what, now that I feel, now if I feel that I didn't get paid fairly, I have nobody to blame it on but myself.
Yeah.
It's because of how I charged, or how long it took me.
Right.
Thing is, if I want to get into ADOS, I get into ADOS and I make the investment. If I want to get into, cutting keys, I don't have to wait for anybody. I'm doing it, and I start selling it, and I start advertising it. It sucks to spend $2,000 on a laptop and another $2,000 on a J box, and then subscription fees and everything else for the shop to be like, we'll sell one a month. Well, there's no return on investment there, and that's frustrating. Charge extra to undo repairs. I will say, yes, I feel that my hourly rate is fair, but it's not. It's a little bit more than the shops that are local, and a lot of that is because I show up to shops and codes have already been cleared. Freeze frame is gone. A couple other techs have worked on it. Spread terminal, like, they may have introduced more issues. So I'm definitely not out, raping and pillaging, since we already said that once. We said it once.
I'm not sure we said it.
We said rape ban.
I said rape ban.
Okay, R ban, but we're R and P in.
I don't know.
Raping and pillaging. But anyway, I don't feel that it's absurd. But the thing is, if it comes to a communication issue and I'm getting called out, there's a certain amount of time that I'm going to charge or tell them up front that it needs. It doesn't start out at the hour. If it's an intermittent issue, it doesn't start out at that 1 hour, but it's a 1 hour minimum is how is for me to show up to that shop. And then we kind of go from there. But that was something that I tried to address with other shops, as far as, look, if it's a communication network issue, it's not an hour to diagnose. Like, it takes you an hour to look up wiring diagrams, to run a full health report, and to even get a direction of where you should be going. And that's with no modules disconnected. That's you have no idea what you're getting into. So for stuff like that, there's certain minimums that I won't show up to a shop unless they want to pay this, and then, okay, I'll tackle it. But that's. Aw, you better go help around the house, Mike.
You better sweep and mop. You better sweep and mop.
Hey, can I get a glass of milk too?
Wait, who said that? Where?
Jenna Wilcox.
Oh, Gina.
You're Gina. Sorry. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Glad to see you're doing well. Thank you, Phil. I hate cheating, so I've never used. They'll send it to the dealer potentially. Don't charge too much for programming. No, and the thing is, I'm right there with the dealerships when it comes to programming. And the thing is, I come to you, so I'm not charging any more than the dealers would be, except for Chrysler. And Chrysler is just because it's costing for short-term scripts $110 just to even get into that vehicle. And that's not every Chrysler, obviously, but yeah, I'm not charging a ridiculous amount when it comes to programming. I make what I need to make, and I cover my subscription fees, and I'm in and out. There are shops and stuff, though, that, what's the one about 60 or 48 miles away, Green Valley, about 48 miles. But anyway, I went out to a suburb of Tucson and everything, and
Green Valley, yeah.
And I charged a little bit more because it was 48 miles away and stuff. But I was still charging less than what a previous mobile guy would go out there for. And you have to think the closest dealer for them is 60 miles away, so that tow bill is a couple $100. So the fact that they're paying a little bit more than what the dealer would be paying, they're paying a whole lot less than if they would have paid for the tow bill and the programming. Yeah, Phil, I 3 fees. I know, man. Um, Damn Chrysler. And honestly, I see more manufacturers following suit when it comes to this, especially with the security gateway. Obviously, Ford's monitoring this and stuff too, but I'm just waiting for more manufacturers to get on it. And here's another thing, guys. So the whole reason, me going mobile and everything else, instead of doing a brick and mortar, uh, this makes more sense to where I can help out all the shops instead of just having a brick and mortar, which again, they would have to tow to me in order to do a programming or a diagnostics or whatever as far as that. But honestly, if I had just a brick and mortar, the brick and mortars make more money off the guys that hang parts. So honestly, if I had a brick and mortar, it wouldn't be focused solely drivability and stuff, because you're going backwards. You can, it sucks that, the B-level technician can be over here, do shock struts, alignment and everything else on one vehicle and spend an hour and a half on it and get paid 5 hours. And I could be over here on another vehicle with a CAN communication issue with 30 some modules, just for example. Obviously 30 modules on one network, that's a lot. There'd be a gateway and stuff. So, but just to give, what's harder though? What takes more thought and what takes more effort? It really doesn't take much to, hang shocks and struts. Like, you've done one, you've kind of done them all, and you can bang them out, man. Shocks and struts, that's money right there, and that's a huge gross profit for the shops. So that being said, that's one of the reasons why I didn't do brick and mortar. And another thing, doing a brick and mortar, if you got 7:30 to 5:30 blasted on your door, the hours of operation, those are the times you need to be there. I want to be able to have flexibility and stuff if my daughter has something going on, and just kind of make my own schedule and stuff. So I mean, if I want to start at 9 o'clock one morning, I start at 9 o'clock, because if it's taking my daughter to school or whatever it may be. So so I understand shops not getting into the programming because it doesn't seem cost effective. And again, a lot of that is return on investment. I've made the investment. I want to get the return now. And that's where I'm at. Splice plaques. Yep. Absolutely, Phil. And that's another thing I was going to get at. I mean, you got the star connectors, the splice packs, 30 modules, one network. Usually there's going to be a gateway and it's a medium speed, high speed CAN, whatever it may be. But yeah, I live for that kind of stuff. But it takes time. It takes research before you can dive in. And our diagnostics goes by pretty damn quick. Pretty quick. I did that stuff. Now I do HVAC. Man, there's some serious money in HVAC. I actually have a buddy that went to UTI and everything else, and he now owns his own HVAC company. And yeah, I mean, he's killing it. He is killing it. So there's good money in that. I forgot you're in the desert. Yeah, we're in the desert. How to flash the new and Fords when you get one idea.
Urban Gentry's going to bed. UK is already going to bed.
God dang it! I got something in my. Okay, so Phil, we need a walkthrough of how to flash the new Fords when you get one. Okay, so the new Fords, are you talking like the 2020 and newers? Are you talking FDRS? Not JD, yeah, FDRS. Which one are you talking about? Because I honestly, I haven't done anything that new yet. But absolutely, I again, like I said, I want to be able to show more things as far as what I'm doing and programming, whatever it may be, and stuff on YouTube. Yeah, FDRS, not FJDS. Yeah. So when I get to that, I need to pick up the VCM3. That will be maybe my next purchase after getting the Nissan Mongoose cable. And I need the Nissan Mongoose cable for the Nissan R2R for the CVTs and stuff. The reason I'm not doing a Cardac 3 at this time, the reason I'm not doing a Cardac 3 is because I already have the micropod. So that would be another reason. If I didn't have the micropod, I would have gotten the Cardac 3, and then that would have covered both. But I really wanted, for the 3 domestics, I really wanted the manufacturer tooling, just because there's issues, and it's kind of like the FJDS. It doesn't do the CEI lock configuration, and it's like, man, you got that one step, you can program everything, and you don't have the CEI lock configuration, and you didn't completely program it, and you didn't turn the lights where they're not flashing and stuff anymore. So, and that's the difference between the factory tooling and the aftermarket. So I wanted to have the 3 domestics covered. I'll look at factory tooling as far as the Asians and stuff later. What's so funny?
I'm not drunk. First of all, Phil,
she's buzzed.
I'm not drunk yet, and we do need to wrap up the live chat. You can see it in the life size. I'm not sure if this is a 24-hour live chat. I'm not sure what's happening, but yeah, I'm okay with wrapping it up.
Yeah, of course you are. She was okay wrapping it up 10 seconds after we started. So, hey, I guess we will wrap it up. I mean, we've been doing this for
almost 2 hours. Honey.
Holy crap! And this is the second one.
So here's the thing. Stay tuned for next Sunday Fun Day. I'll have another drink of choice.
Hey, next Sunday?
Sure.
You heard it here. Next Sunday we'll have another drink of choice. Maybe what? Tell them what the drink is so they can get their own.
How about some Bloody Marys?
Ooh,
I'm pretty good at my Bloody Marys.
She's pretty amazing at all that. So. Most of it is familiarizing yourself with the code, symptoms, and verifying the fault. Yep, absolutely, Brian. Happy wife, happy life. Phil, you're on it. You're keeping me out of the doghouse. So, hey guys, thank you to everybody that has tuned in. Really,
this has been fun. I didn't want to do this. I said I didn't want to do it, and I want to do it, and I was never going to do it. And then I did it. Well,
so now you probably got her hooked. So she's gonna be joining me from here on out. So
no YouTube drink making special. And look, I'll teach you guys how to make drinks. He can teach you how to fix cars. It
sounds like a YouTube channel in the making right there.
It's a dream come true.
Yeah, I would.
You guys need to drink because you guys get frustrated with the cars. So it's hands in hand.
And we just call it Sunday Fun Day.
Sunday Fun Day.
Sunday Fun Day. Well, maybe next Sunday we'll do another Sunday Fun Day with another drink of choice. But anyway, hey, thank you for everybody that's tuned in. Really, I mean, 2 hours is, I feel like Mario. His live stream went like 10 hours. It was crazy.
Oh, damn. Mario. And Mario's a twin. So
yeah, I don't know how he didn't have to pee the whole time, but anyway.
Oh, well, maybe his twin stepped in.
Oh, that's a good point.
He is an identical twin.
But his twin lives in Colorado.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
He might have made a guest appearance.
Hey, so again, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for being super awesome to her. She had fun, so that means she'll be on again. So thank you guys for tuning in. Really do. He did it in his pants. He just wore some Depends, I bet, huh? Depends if he makes it or not.
I've got up a million times with pee, so.
Right? Okay, guys, we're going to sign out. Hey, thank you so much. I'm glad that the live stream, the second attempt actually worked. So thank you guys for tuning in. Really do appreciate it.
2021.
2020 can go ahead and kiss my ass. honestly. So
I'll take a shot of Southern Comfort. Awesome. And we'll do Sunday Fun Day.
Sunday Fun Day. Hey,
Next
stay
Sunday.
tuned. Sunday Fun Day. You heard it here first. All right, bye.
Holy shit, that was so long.